Hello everyone and a very warm welcome back to my channel. So in this video I have created a special short video for all of you, and in this video we are just going to specifically talk about a very important center state relation, and this is the center state relation today we are going to talk about, and the relation is the financial relation. Okay, and this is a very important video because you need to know this, and hence I created a special video for this so that I could just cover this particular topic, and it should not get mixed with any other things because these are the things you should know. Okay, a bit of economics is going to be involved, but not to that extent that you couldn't understand. Okay, so I would try to make everything as easy as possible, so that because we haven't started with economics yet. So if you already know economics, well and good, but if you don't, still it is not going to be a problem for you to understand this. It is going to be very easy, and I will make it very easy for you. So for all the people who are new to this channel, hello everyone, my name is Avan and this is my channel Avan Onjo. Okay, and we create many of the free UPSC preparation videos. Currently I've already uploaded some science related videos as well, zoology, botany, and many more videos. You can check those out, already I've created. And currently I'm giving free UPSC preparation to all the people who cannot afford coaching and who wanted to still study and know things. Okay, and even the people who don't want to go to coaching. Okay, so if they are self-studying, so this video is going to be very helpful in either case. So if it is completely free, you can anytime come here, watch the video, and only thing I just want from you guys is to subscribe to this channel because this is completely free. It gives me motivation. If you are going to subscribe this, I should know that yes, it is reaching the people and you guys want, like, you guys uh, get helped from it, and it would motivate me to create more videos. And if you understood it well, then you can leave a like and share it with your friends who need it. So without any further delay, let's begin. So first of all, let us talk something about tax. What is tax? So if I talk about tax, so tax is basically a kind of a compulsory exaction. Okay, it is a compulsory exaction. And what is the this is a compulsory exaction for what? For a compulsory service that is provided. Okay, so a compulsory exaction for a compulsory service is what is called as tax. Okay, so like we all know that there are two governments. Okay, one is the union government, another is the state government. So I'll write it like this. You can use the full forms. Okay, so union government is there. Okay, and then we have state government as well. Now how there is a flow of, you can say, money or funds from union to state, and what are the openings for receiving the funds. Okay, so tax is, you can say, the major portion of that fund which is received by union government as well as state government. What kind of taxes are received by whom? Now let us create a beautiful diagram to make you understand it all. Okay, so I'll just change the color here so that you get a better understanding. Okay, so if I look at the inflow, so inflow into the union government is happening like through non-tax revenue. Just, I might not write the full form because I'm using a mouse. Okay, so it is difficult for me to write everything. I'm just gonna write the keywords mostly. Okay, so non-tax revenue, then the other inflow is going to be through tax revenue. Okay, like there are certain non-tax revenues, certain charges. Okay, like you can say like surcharge, cess, so it is going directly to the union. Okay, then we have tax revenue. Of course the taxes like income tax and many more tax we pay. Then we have borrowings. Okay, from the borrowings there can be an inflow, and there can be inflow from another thing, that is aid, if you are getting aid from someone. Okay, so these are the four sources, whereas in the state government we can say there are Again, there are non-tax revenues for state. So it depends on the union list and state list. So we'll talk briefly about that, and we'll talk in the upcoming lectures when we talk about governance. And even in polity itself, we can talk about all the lists under 7th schedule. Okay, so there are lists and there are specially taxes which are allotted in that list, which talks about which kind of tax to be received by which government. Okay, so from non-tax revenue, again we have tax revenue. I'm writing in the short form now, you can use the full form. Then again we can have, state government can have borrowings, and state government can also have aid. Okay, so these are the sources of inflow. Now if I explore that, what is the relation of flowing of money? Okay, so like from union to state, how does it goes? Okay, so union is going to share this with the state. How? Because how union is going to share the taxes. Where is my mouse going? Yeah, union is going to share taxes. Okay, so there is a divisible pool where all the taxes which are collected by union needs to be shared by state. We are going to discuss that also. And in the form of grants. Okay, so grants are provided from union government to the state government for various implementation and other schemes or policies which are created by the union, but are the responsibility of their implementation is given to states. So there should be certain funds which needs to be there, and the grants are also there. Okay, so grants are what is given by the union government to the state government. Okay, maybe for developmental projects and all. Okay, so we'll have a detailed discussion on that too. So I hope that this inflow is very clear to you. Okay, of course if you are creating this in your notebook, so it's going to be very neat. Okay, but I think it is clear enough to understand it here. So if you did, then we'll move forward. Okay, so okay, something about article. I think that this color is very light. Just let me change the color. Just give me a sec. Okay, so when I talk about the article in which it is written, okay, so article number 265 tells about the taxes. Okay, so if you have with you the book which I recommended in my previous videos, you can check that out. Okay, I'll tell you again if you don't know. Just you can buy a PM Bakshi Pocket Edition, and it is basically telling you all the kind of articles that are there in the Constitution. Okay, this is a book, you can get it online as well as on bookstores. So we have article number 265, and this is the one which talks about taxes. Okay, so there are 3 different kinds of things that is talked about in the taxes. Okay, so like if I talk about the taxes, okay, so there are like 3 things, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so first one is the levy. Second we have levy. Levy means imposition. Okay, then we have collective, and then we have appropriation. We are going to discuss all the terms, don't worry, but just create this what am I writing, just a second guys. Appropriation. Okay, so these are the 3 things. Okay, so levy is imposition, then we have collective and the appropriation. Now I'll create a table for you all. Just create a table with me. Like we have levy here, we have collective here, we have appropriation here, and then we are going to use U for union and S for state. Okay, so this is a table we have to create. Okay, now I'm also going to discuss the type of, I'll write the taxes here, what kind of taxes are included. So create another column of taxes. Okay, so this is how the table needs to be created. So first of all, let us write down about what goes with whom. So who is going to levy or impose a kind of a tax where union is involved, okay, and that particular tax is also collected by union, and the appropriation is also done by the union. Okay, first of all, let me tell you what is levy. This is basically imposition. Then we have collective, like collection by the center or the state. Okay, and appropriation means it goes to the funds, in whose funds it is going, like from the center and the state, in whose funds it is going, that is known as appropriation. So we have levy, imposition by union, then we have collection by union, and the funds in which it is going is also going to be of union. What kind of taxes are purely for union? Only two types: surcharge, which is the extra tax, and the cess, specific taxes. Okay, so this is the two things that is going with this. Okay, so we have completed one row, and you can write the article also. Article 73 and article 271 talks about this. Okay, then we have another kind where the levy is by the state, collection is by the state, and appropriation is also by the state. In this case, all the taxes that are mentioned in the state list are going to be included. Okay, and also we have SGST, state GST, okay, which is going to be included, and we are also going to have stamp duty on bills exchange. Just write it. I'm writing in short form: stamp duty on, just write it with me, bills exchange. So these are the taxes that are going to be involved here. Okay, now what is the stamp duty on the bills exchange? Whenever there is a bill exchange, then there is a stamp and there is a kind of a tax on that. Okay, so you can even read more deeply about it through internet and all. Okay, you are going to understand that very well. I cannot talk about it right now. Okay, so this is the thing. Now another kind is when the levy is on union, okay, then the collection is on the state and the appropriation is also on the state. Okay, so union, state, state. So what kind of taxes are going to be involved here? Just a second, guys. I would recommend you to remove this from here, stamp duty on bills exchange, and write it here. Okay, it is going to be included here, stamp duties on, I'm so sorry for that, bills exchange included here. Okay, so we have levy on union, we have collection on state, and appropriation on the state. Okay, so this is basically that stamp duty. Okay, then I have to create two more now. Let's have to yeah. Okay, so now let us look at another scenario where the levy is done by the union, the collection is also done by the union, but appropriation is done by the state. So in flow, you can say flow from union to state. Okay, so that is going to be interstate sales taxes and interstate sale taxes and the interstate consignment taxes. So these both would be included here. Okay, and also you can include IGST here partially. IGST I'm going to talk about. IGST can also be included here. Then we have another last category where the union is going to levy, the union is going to collect, and it is going to be appropriated by both state and union. Both state and union are going to appropriate it, and here you can of course include CGST, and you could include IGST. I'm writing it here. Okay, IGST, CGST, GST, CGST. Then you could also these are the both you can include, of course. Okay, so these are the things, and one thing is that this particular you know, whatever is going to be collected by the union is going in the divisible pool. Divisible pool. It is going to go into the divisible pool. Okay, we are going to talk about it. So I hope you understood that previous table and you have created it along with me. Okay, you can read article 268 for the stamp duty on bills and taxes. Okay, now let me discuss something about GST, goods and services tax, which is previously services tax, excise duty, everything was included. Now it is a kind of a, you can say, merger of all of them and creation of only one of it, that is going to be goods and services tax. So there are three different kinds of GSTs. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what are the three different kinds of GSTs? We have CGST, that is center GST, then we have state GST, SGST, and then we have IGST, IGST. Okay, so it is involved for the interstate. Okay, so interstate goods and services tax, interstate sales tax, you can call IGST. Okay, so the CGST is going to be, let us create a table for all of them. Don't do it like this, just create a table LCA again. Okay, and kind of a GST would be included here. Okay, so we have CGST, we have SGST, and we have IGST. Okay, so these things are going to be included here. Now let us add who is going to levy, who is going to collect, and who is going to appropriate. So CGST is being levied or imposed by union, so you can write U here, and collected by union and shared by union and state both. Okay, and SGST is going to be levied by state, collected by state, and appropriated by state. Then we have IGST, which is interstate goods and services tax. Okay, so it is going to be imposed by the union, collected by the union, and appropriated by union as well as state. Okay, union, a part of it would be going into the divisible pool, okay, which is going to be shared by union as well as state. Okay, I'll tell you what is divisible pool, plus some share is going to be with the state as well. Now I'll discuss this particular thing. I know that it might be confusing, so now let us know what I've written here. So whatever would be the taxes that is going to be collected by the union, it is going to go into the divisible pool, and name itself suggested it is going to be divided. Okay, so divisible pool, it is going to go into the divisible pool. Now it is to be divided between the union as well as the state. Currently we have the 50:50 division, that means 50:50 would be divided between the union and the state. Okay, now in this sense what is going to be happening is that in this case, let me change the color for the better understanding. Sorry. So in this case what is going to be happening, that there something is going to go into the divisible pool, which is going to be okay, now let me explain you. Like there is this particular tax IGST. First of all, it is going to go to both union and the state. Okay, now as I told you that the union's taxes would go into the divisible pool. Now it would further go into the divisible pool, and from the part of the fund which is collected by the union, it is going to be shared with the state as well as the union. So you can see half of it is going to the state and the other half of it is going to the union, and in the unions go into the divisible pool where it is divided as state and union equally. Okay, so you can say that this is how it is. This is the equation that I wanted to put into the light, and I hope that I hopefully did that. Now if this much is clear to you, then let's move forward. Okay, so Of course, now I'm going to tell you some things that what is included in the CGST, because you should know that. Okay, so CGST, what is the CGST going to include? It is going to include the central excise, the service tax, the additional duty exercise, the additional custom duties, and all of these things are going to be included. Just keep on writing as I dictate. Then we have SGST. SGST is going to include sales tax, luxury tax, entertainment tax, entry tax, and octroi tax. Octroi duty, octroi, ROI, octroi duty. What is octroi duty? If you would have heard it, well and good. Otherwise, let me explain you that octroi duty is basically a kind of a local municipal area where the goods are entering, the duty upon that. Okay, so there is a local area, it is a kind of a local tax, and if there are goods entering there, so it is going to, octroi duty is going to be applied there, so that is going to be collected by the state. Then we have lottery taxes also. Okay, so lottery taxes are also going to be included in the SGST. SGST. Okay, and all the other that I just dictated. Okay, so this is all about SGST and CGST. Now let's have some bit of discussion about IGST. Okay, so when I talk about IGST, so basically it is the interstate sales tax. Okay, and most of the taxes are covered of IGST under article number 269, which I already told you. IGST is covered by 269, and this article is a part of IGST. Okay, now it is basically interstate when there are goods moving, so interstate GST is going to be applied. Okay, so this is all about the different kinds of taxes. Okay, so I hope that this much is clear. Now let me have a very brief discussion about appropriations, then we are going to end this session. Okay, so we have certain appropriations. I told you already what is appropriation. Just pardon what I'm my about. Sometimes it gets messy, I know, but the problem is that using mouse is not easy, and I think I might get a pen, but I'm not sure about it currently, because you need some funds for that. So let's see. So we have 270. Okay, and we have 270 clause 1 and A, capital A. Okay, and it says that the collection from GST has to become, the collection from CGST has to become a part of the divisible pool. Okay, so it has to become a part of the divisible pool, as I just explained you a while ago about the divisibility pool. Then this is the first thing it states. Let me not write one, you kind of can get confused. Let us make star. Second thing that is going to that it states is SGST. So sorry, SGST. Now what is SGST? It states that all the funds which are collected from SGST is going to go to the state. Okay, and there is an article 269. Okay, 269, which talks about IGST. So it talks about how does IGST is distributed. Okay, so how IGST is distributed. IGST, it is first, like this is it, first it is going to be apportioned between the union and the state. Okay, on the basis of the laws made by the parliament, it is 50-50. GST council established की गई है इसके लिए, so everything related to GST is taken care by them. So we have currently 50-50 this law, okay, of distribution. So 50% is going to the union, 50% is going to the state. Now this amount which is taken up by the state is going to go into the state fund, whereas this amount which is apportioned by the center, it is going to the divisible pool. Okay, it is just the you can say what I explained here, it is what is it is explained here collectively. Okay, so you can say that this is the article 269 and 270 is going to tell that how the division is happening and how there is a flow of taxes and flow of funds in general. Okay, so one more thing, that article 2, this is article 271A, but 270, what does that say? 270 says that the distribution between the center and the state is decided by the central government on the recommendation of the finance commission. Okay, so finance commission is very important when we are going to study economy, so we are going to study about finance commission also. But I'll tell you what is currently written broadly in this article is, in article 270, that this particular division is going to be decided by the center on the recommendations of the finance commission, which is a very important body. Okay, so at this point I'm just keeping it short. I don't want to go too much into economics, okay, because that is a separate thing that when we'll start we'll talk about everything. Okay, so already I've created 25 minutes video as of now, and I have made everything very clear, the flow of taxes, how does that happen. Okay, so if you understood it, then please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe. And one more thing, that this video was so much compiled that it has been researched from many places, and you might not get a better video with such a beautiful compilation together. Okay, because if you're going to do research on your own also, it is going to be very much scattered, but this is completely combined, related to everything that you should know. Okay, so financial relation between center and state is completed. I hope you understood it well. Just go and subscribe to this channel, share it with the friends who need it, and leave a like if you understood it. Thank you so much. And if you have any queries, or comment section is open for you, you can ask, but let's keep the comments positive, and let us keep that a good space. Okay, so thank you so much and have a very nice day. Bye.